August 4th, Leo. The Empress is the first truth here. The Empress is about receiving, not performing. I'm seeing you trying to look stable while your body has been asking for a seat, a meal, and 10 quiet minutes. You kept feeding everybody first. You kept making the room beautiful while you were running on empty. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. The Empress says your softness is not the problem. Your refusal to receive is. Buy the thing that makes you feel good. Sit down before you earn it. Let somebody else carry the bag for once. Queen of Pentacles reversed. This is where the moment gets blunt. Queen of Pentacles reversed is burnout dressed up like responsibility. You have been holding the house, the schedule, the message replies, the emotional cleanup, and the practical fixes. You are the one who notices what is missing and you keep filling it. That is not devotion anymore. That is depletion. You skip meals because there was one more thing to do. You said yes when your body said no. You kept the whole thing together while you were falling apart in private. Don't lie to yourself. The Queen of Pentacles reversed is asking you to stop proving love through exhaustion. Simplify one task, cancel one obligation. Put your own plate first. Seven of Cups reversed. Seven of Cups reversed cuts through the fog. You are done pretending every option deserves your energy. You already know which promise sounded too good. You already know which path keeps asking for more and giving less. I'm seeing you close tabs, stop checking, stop circling the same fantasy. That is the move, not because you failed, because you finally got clear. One option is a dead end. One story is over. One version of you was built to survive by overgiving, and that identity is getting released now. Choose the real thing. Choose the one that does not require you to abandon your body to keep it alive. So the moment is simple, even if it stings. The Empress says you are worthy before you produce. Queen of Pentacles reversed says the old caretaking pattern is draining you dry. Seven of Cups reversed says stop romanticizing what cannot hold you. You do not need more options. You need one honest choice. One honest meal, one honest boundary, one honest rest, and then you move from there. Leo, August 4th. This moment is about the cleanup after the burnout. You are not being asked to keep carrying what is already dead. You are being asked to choose what is real and stop funding the fantasy. The Empress. The Empress is the part of you that is done begging to be earned. This card says you need food, rest, softness, and something beautiful that belongs to you. Not everybody else first, not the house, not the group chat, not the problem that keeps calling your name. You have been acting like your value only counts when you are producing. The Empress says no. Sit down. Eat the meal, buy the thing. Let somebody else bring something to the table for once. Death is not subtle here. Death is the ending of the version of you that kept over-functioning to stay safe. This card says the thread is over, the role is over, the old identity is over. You keep touching what is already finished, rereading what already told you the truth, trying to revive a cycle that drained you dry. Actually, no, that is the point. It is supposed to end. Clear the closet. Delete the thread. Stop calling it loyalty when it is really attachment to pain. Queen of Pentacles reversed. Queen of Pentacles reversed is showing the cost of holding everybody together while your own body runs on fumes. This reverse card is burnout with a nice outfit on. You are skipping meals, pushing through exhaustion, and calling it responsibility. You are keeping the home, the plan, the schedule, the peace, and your own needs are sitting in the back seat with no gas. That is not devotion. That is depletion. Simplify. Cancel something. Put your energy back where it can actually stay. Seven of Cups reversed. Seven of Cups reversed cuts through the fog and says, choose the real thing. This reverse card is the moment you stop entertaining 10 possibilities that never had a spine. One option is dead. One promise was too good to be true. One fantasy kept you scrolling instead of deciding. Because that is the shift. You are not losing options. You are losing illusions. And that clarity is uncomfortable because it limits the daydream. Good, it should. Now you can move. This is the chapter where the body wins over the performance. The ending is not punishment. The ending is relief. The Empress says receive. Death says release. Queen of Pentacles, reverse says stop draining yourself for appearances. Seven of Cups, reverse says pick what is true and leave the rest. You knew this already. Now act like it. I'm seeing a hard reset here. August 4th is not asking you to push harder. It is asking you to stop leaking. Leo, you have been trying to hold the whole thing together with tired hands, and it is showing. The Empress is the part of you that knows how to receive, how to rest, how to let something grow without strangling it. You have been feeding everybody else first, then acting surprised when your own body starts waving red flags. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. The Empress is telling you to buy the thing, eat the meal, sit down, and stop calling self-denial discipline. You do not need to earn softness. You need to let it in. Death? Death is the clean cut, the thread you keep rereading. Cut it. The old version of you that still thinks overfunctioning is love. I'm seeing you clearing out a drawer, a folder, a habit, a role you outgrew weeks ago. Death does not mean you failed. Death means the dead thing finally stopped pretending to be alive. You just kept delaying the moment. The Chariot reversed. The Chariot reversed is scattered will. It is 3 tabs open, 3 plans started, and none of them landing. It is you trying to force forward motion while your insides are arguing with each other. Busy is not the same as moving. If you keep pressing the gas while your direction is split, you burn fuel and call it progress. Pick one lane, one target, one honest yes. Queen of Pentacles reversed. Queen of Pentacles reversed is the burnout pattern in plain clothes. It is the person who keeps the house together while skipping meals. It is the one who keeps rescuing everybody, then wonders why their own life feels unstable. Hold on. This is not devotion if you are running on empty. This is depletion. Put the phone down. Close the door. Eat. Cancel one thing. Simplify the day. The Queen of Pentacles reverse says your care has to come back to you before it can hold anyone else. Seven of Cups reversed. 7 of Cups reversed is the fog lifting. It is the moment you finally admit one option is a dead end. It is closing the tabs. It is seeing through the promise that sounded too good and never had a real foundation. No more romanticizing the maybe. No more entertaining every fantasy just because it keeps you from choosing. The 7 of Cups reversed wants a real decision. Not a perfect one, a real one. So the moment is simple, even if it feels messy. Stop overextending. Stop splitting your energy. Stop feeding dead patterns. Choose what is real. Choose what restores you. Choose the path that does not require you to abandon yourself to keep it alive. August 4th, Leo. I'm seeing the turn happen right here, and it is not subtle. The Empress comes in first. The Empress is about receiving, not performing. You have been feeding everybody else, buying the groceries, answering the texts, holding the mood, making the room look good while your own body has been running on fumes. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. The Empress says, stop treating your care like a reward you have to earn. Eat the meal, sit down, buy the thing that makes you feel beautiful without apologizing for it. Your body has been asking before your mind agreed. Death follows, and death is the clean cut. Death says the old role is done, the one where you keep a dead pattern alive because it still feels familiar. Delete the thread you keep rereading. Clear the closet. End the cycle that keeps taking from you. Do not keep calling it loyalty when it is just attachment to something that already ended. Hold on. This is not failure, this is release. There is a version of you that has to be left behind so the real one can breathe. The Chariot reversed shows the problem after the ending. The Chariot reversed is scattered will. You are trying to move in 3 directions at once. One part of you wants the clean break. One part wants to keep control. One part wants proof before you move. So you stay busy. You start the plan. You check the plan. You restart the plan and nothing lands. The Chariot reverse says stop forcing momentum. Pick one direction. Not the one that looks strongest to other people, the one that actually matches your life. 3 of Wands comes in with distance. 3 of Wands says the seeds are already in the ground. Now you wait, but not passively. You prepare, you look ahead. You make room for what is coming next. Check the progress after planning. Do not dig it up every hour. I'm seeing a bigger picture here, and it only shows up after the hard reset. The old noise has to quiet down before the horizon makes sense. Queen of Pentacles reversed is the warning light. Queen of Pentacles reversed says you have been carrying the house, the schedule, the emotional labor, and everybody else's needs while skipping your own meals and calling it responsibility. That is not sustainable. Simplify something today. Cancel one thing. Ask for help. Put the bag down. Queen of Pentacles reversed is burnout wearing a useful face. Be honest with yourself. If you are running on empty, the care you give starts to crack. 7 of Cups reversed brings the clarity. 7 of Cups reversed says the fantasy is losing its grip. The promise that sounded perfect is not holding up. The option that kept you entertained is a dead end. Close the tabs, choose the real thing, commit to one path and let the rest go. This is the moment where confusion stops being seductive and starts being obvious. So the moment is simple: receive and choose, rest. Leo, the clarity arrives when you stop feeding what is already done and put your energy where it can actually grow. Leo, August 4th. This is where the fog starts lifting, but only because you stop feeding it. I'm seeing a very specific move here. You quit entertaining what looked possible and you choose what is actually real. That changes everything. The Empress. This card comes in first, and it is loud about self-worth, body care, and receiving. The Empress is saying, stop acting like your value comes from how much you can hold together for everybody else. You have been feeding everyone first, skipping your own pause, and calling that strength. Actually, no, that is depletion. The Empress wants you to buy the thing, eat the meal, sit down, let somebody else contribute. Create from fullness, not from empty hands. Death? Death is the clean ending in this moment. Death is not asking you to tweak the old pattern. Death is asking you to let it die. That means deleting the thread, clearing the closet, and ending the role that keeps draining you. You already knew. The part that keeps trying to revive the dead thing is the part that is scared of change. Don't confuse release with failure. Release is the point. The Chariot reverse. The Chariot reverse shows the drift too many directions, too much force, not enough alignment. You keep starting 3 things and finishing none, or you keep pushing harder when the real issue is that your aim is split. Hold on. This card says stop burning fuel just to feel busy. Pick one lane, one plan. One honest direction. If you are trying to control the outcome by sheer force, that is exactly why it is stalling. Three of Wands. Three of Wands is the Horizon card. It says the work is not done, but the result is coming. Three of Wands asks you to stop checking the soil every 5 minutes. You planted something, let it grow. This is where patience becomes strategy. You are not behind. You are in the wait, and the wait is not empty. It is preparing the next move. Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles brings the small, real step, not the fantasy. The step. Sign up for the class, make the budget, show up again tomorrow. Page of Pentacles is about learning by repetition, not by wishing. Let me rephrase that. Page of Pentacles says build the skill before you demand the reward. That is how this moment gets solid. Slow progress counts here. Slow progress is the point. Queen of Pentacles reversed. Queen of Pentacles reversed shows the cost of over-caring. The house is standing, but you are running on empty. You are doing everything for everybody, and your body is keeping score. Stop that. Cut one responsibility, eat on time, put something down. This reversal is not about being bad at care. It is about care becoming self-abandonment. Stop pretending to yourself. Depletion is not devotion. 7 of Cups reversed. 7 of Cups reversed is the clarity. The options narrow because the fantasy is gone. Good. That is the breakthrough. One path is real. The rest are noise. This card says close the tabs. Stop romanticizing the maybe. Choose the thing that can actually hold weight. That is the turning point in not more possibilities. More truth. The Empress, I'm seeing a body first reset here. The Empress is asking you to stop treating your own care like a reward you have to earn. You've been feeding everybody else, keeping the room beautiful, keeping the mood stable, and then acting surprised when your own energy is gone, the same way this named the abundance you forgot to claim. Actually, no, that's the whole point. The Empress says you are the source to. Buy the thing, make the meal. Sit down, let yourself receive without turning it into a guilt trip. Your softness is not the problem. Your self-abandonment is. Death. The Death card is not subtle. Something is done, not paused, done. You've been carrying an old version of yourself like it still has a pulse, and it doesn't exactly the kind of ending this framed as what had to end for growth. That thread you keep rereading, cut it. That role you keep performing because people expect it, end it. Death is clearing out the closet, deleting the message, and letting the old identity fall apart without begging it to stay. Be honest with yourself. If it drains you every time you pick it back up, it's already over. The Chariot reversed. This one shows the scatter, the same wheel spinning without direction that this already warned you about. The Chariot reversed is you pushing in 3 directions and calling it progress. You start the plan, then you check the other plan, then you try to control the outcome with force. And nothing moves cleanly. Hold on. That is not destiny. That is misalignment. The Chariot reversed wants you to stop burning fuel just to feel busy. Pick one lane. One goal, one direction. If you keep splitting your will, you keep splitting the result. 3 of Wands. Now we get the horizon you can finally trust. The one this pointed to as the next real distance instead of another illusion. 3 of Wands says the reset is already in motion, but you cannot rush the seed. You planted something, you made the choice. Now you wait and watch what grows. This is not the chapter where you panic because the proof is not instant. This is the chapter where you stand back and see farther. 3 of Wands is strategy. It is patience with a plan. It is checking the distance, not the mood. Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles brings it down to earth, small steps, real step. Daily steps, no shortcuts. No fantasy about waking up fully transformed. Page of Pentacles says start the class. Make the budget. Write the list. Show up again tomorrow because these are the small steps that become real, just like this said. You already knew that. The growth is not going to look dramatic at first. It is going to look repetitive. That is the point. The Page of Pentacles turns the vision into something you can touch. Queen of Pentacles reversed. And here is the warning. Queen of Pentacles reversed is burnout dressed up as responsibility. You keep holding the house together while you are falling apart inside it. You keep rescuing everybody, skipping meals, ignoring exhaustion, and calling that devotion. Actually, no, that is depletion. Queen of Pentacles, reverse says reclaim your energy before your body does it for you. Simplify. Cancel something. Ask for help. Put your own care back in the center. Seven of Cups reversed. Seven of Cups reverse cuts through the fog. The fantasy is losing its shine. The option that sounded magical is showing its costs. The promise that looked too good is starting to look fake. Seven of Cups reverse wants you to choose what is real, not what is pretty. Close the extra tabs. Stop entertaining the dead end. Narrow it down. One path, one truth, one decision. So this is simple even if it is not easy. The Empress says receive. Death says end the old role. The Chariot reverse says stop scattering your force. Three of Wands says trust the horizon. Page of Pentacles says build it one step at a time. Queen of Pentacles reverse says stop running yourself dry. Seven of Cups reverse says choose the real path. That is the move. That is the whole moment, okay? That's all I've got for now. If this hit or you already know what to do, please like, subscribe, tell your group chat. I'll see y'all soon.